So what about Europe now? Last time you spoke, you were not very optimistic about its future. You said that there are basically two good things about Europe. One is fashion and the other one is opera. How do you see it?
I didn't know I was so clever. Well, I continue to be very pessimistic about Europe's prospects. I think there has to be a restoration of the values that I was talking about a few minutes ago, which really go back to Aristotle. The importance to the individual of acquiring knowledge, acquiring mastery, acquiring experience. I mean, that basic Aristotelian ethic was a driving force throughout Western thinking and Western culture, in the Renaissance with Cellini, and the Baroque period with Cervantes, and a little bit in the 18th century too. Did you know that Adam Smith deplored, in one respect, the commercial society growing up in his native Scotland, saying that it lacked the heroic spirit? Anyway, and then in the 19th century, you had Friedrich Nietzsche, and in the United States, William James, and in France, you had Henri Bergson, all celebrating the fantastic experience it is to live a life of exploration and discovery and self-discovery, and so we've lost that. And maybe that's why the bankers didn't realize that they were misbehaving, because nobody ever taught them that the business sector was something to be respected and valued and cared for. And so I think Europe leads the way in the repudiation of business and that kind of life. And so I think the climb back to those classical values is going to be very difficult for Europe. But if Europe doesn't regain those values, I think it's going to see its relative position in the world continue to shrink.